Men are just in the world of fantasy gods, mistaking Erlang as a god in the end. He was coaxed by a blood demon from Erlang god, it's got debris. But when you correct this is Huaxia Zhengxian. But he was detained by the family read the infamy of Western gods, even on line 30 billion world they all laugh at me for being a big tide. Just because this is a god, everywhere world of stone statues, just recognize these gods, you can sign a contract to summon the gods however. The celestial realm of this world suffers from a civilizational fault. 90% of the gods cannot be recognized, leads to the passage of national luck, and is suppressed abroad. Therefore you decide to open a live stream to identify gods. Chief God appraisal failure is extraordinary. Officially open today. Sorghum reminds this number to specialize in the local magic of the kingdom of heaven. Please detour those bypasses at sunset. Emotions go crazy. Children are not deceived. We will help you identify it 100% correctly. Lee Bufan sat in front of an old computer desk. After starting the live stream, he waits for the crowd to come in. While bored, swiping the information on the mobile phone, a high school student in Binhai City successfully resonated Western magical fallen angels recording tricks, has been exceptionally hired by the Dark Church of Lighthouse Country Nankai University. Shijin Line awakens the gods of Sakura Kingdom. The genius of the eight-flagged serpent immediately was dug up by the other party. The kingdom of heaven has not awakened a native god in nearly 50 years. Experts assert that there is no god in heaven. I'm afraid it won't take a year. The spark of civilization will be completely devoured by a gang overflowing negative news. It keeps popping up on the phone screen like a tide. Browsing through these dazzling self-consciousness, a sneer arose at the corner of Bufan's mouth. Eyes are full of defense. These guys who count Wangzu Ni rooted love to be minions for foreigners. Lee Bufan's true identity, in fact, a traveler from the earth, different from previous lives. This is a myth mirroring reality. The demon-ravaged Gao Wu is defending his title. 100 years ago, the huge Jade Wesu collided and fused with Langson. Endless beasts pour into the world, cause death, accompanied by disaster. There are also countless statues of gods in different shapes. These idols all originated from the ancient myths and legends of various countries. Humans are gradually figuring out the rules. As long as you can call out the idol's real name and wake it up, you can harness the power of the gods to defend against foreign enemies. People who possess divine power, he's called the extraordinary. There are rumors that there is a true god above the sacred, but no one has ever seen it with their own eyes. Common sense inference. The history of the kingdom of heaven has a long history. Bright civilization. The mythological system is vast, fantastic as stars. How could it be reduced to a situation where it was invaded by a civilization? Gods will heaven in this parallel world encountered a serious historical and cultural break. Since the beginning of the myth recovery, few people can recognize the native wonders. 99% of people who are active today are a bunch of gods. This led to a very serious consequence. Many talents who have awakened to foreign gods absorbed by overseas powers caused the mighty of heaven to wither. The brain drain is terrible. Lee Bufan has just crossed over here toilet. Luckily, he awakened the god appraisal live stream system. His mind fretting to turn on the system, a translucent virtual panel immediately appeared in front of my eyes. Host Lee Bufan, race Terran, current level 0, talent ability no contract yet, god vacancy, holds the vacancy, popularity value of the relic. The system mall has been opened. Refresh on time at 0 o'clock every day. Warm reminder tip in the live stream: the exchange ratio between the amount and the popularity value is 101. Popularity, not only can it be used to unlock god training programs, you can also redeem various cherished rewards in the mall. Stay every time the Lord successfully appraises a god or a divine drama will automatically randomly acquire an ability of the other party or exclusive magic tool. Others can only command the gods to fight, but he can directly bless the divine power. A few deep, it's a completely two-dimensional concept. Besides, ordinary people are poor all their lives. You can only contract up to 10 mysteries. He has no limit at all. As a traveler from the celestial realm of earth, he has the entire Huaxia genealogy in his mind. Now there is a system blessing. It's the beginning of Tianhu. Lee Bufan was secretly happy. I can't help but think about it happily. Others meeting God is just leveraging strength, and he went directly to deepen his power. The difference between the two is like a cloud, even more crazy. Ordinary people are limited by the strength of the soul lifetime contract. God most struggle to break through 10 figures, and he has the unlimited contract. Right, like the sea is inclusive of all rivers. As the only one who knows a transceiver of the whole picture of Chinese mythology, now I have awakened such a heaven-defying system. Where is this to win at the starting line? Clearly born directly at the finish line. The more Lee Bufan thinks about it, the more he feels that the future is promising. The benefits of applying it in the corner of the mouth can't be suppressed. Moments later, he withdrew from his beautiful vision of the future. Once again, I look at the computer screen. It is found that the head transmission is already in the live stream. However, when he saw the bullet comments scrolling on the public screen, his brows furrowed tightly. 100% determined success. Live streaming. Host, this cowhide blowing. I'm not afraid of the wind. Flashing my tongue. It's a great way to slide the world. There are so many top scholars in heaven. 50 years of nothing. You, a pheasant live streaming host, dare to falsely identify. You look like a grandstanding liar. Open your mouth and you will fire a super rocket. It's too ugly to eat. Crazy about money. Let's go. Let's go. Heaven's atheism has long been proven. Don't waste your time here. What is exotic bypass? It's a noble Western artifact. Live streaming host. Such ignorant remarks. It's just not dark for the kingdom of heaven. Live streaming hosting is too low. Obviously jealous of the powerful foreign gods. A typical sour grape heart. But the angry drive was instantly reduced to a battlefield. Skepticism is born. Ridicule is born one after another among them. There is a lot of foreign admiration. People who eat inside and out. The comparison between languages to their own culture is extraordinary. Sneer. That temper came up in an instant. Speak into the microphone and berate. Lao Tzu is for those birds with wings. People are biased. What's the matter? This is making you anxious. I was born a celestial. Death is the soul of heaven. What's wrong with identifying the gods of our kingdom of heaven? It's you guys who count Wangzu's soft bones can't stand up after kneeling for a long time. The gods of heaven have been silent for a long time and no one can recognize them. It's a hard truth. But the people of this ancient land who doesn't long for their own artifact to come, who is willing to be subject to a group of gods. It's just the helplessness of reality. Just have to bow your head. The vast majority of people, although the awakened foreign gods, but still care about Huaxia, never to elevate others and belittle one's own country. For Li Bufan's hearty rebuke, not only did the crowd not have any disgust, instead I felt a long-lost relief. Live streaming host scolds beautifully. It made my blood boil, although I contracted to the god Fuso. But I will never betray my country. Those who worship foreigners should get out of here. Take the backbone of live streaming hosting. I support you unconditionally. A bunch of brainless trolls. Heaven has been silent for 50 years. Without a new god, I'd like to see what kind of tricks you have. Haha. Move the small bench and wait for the live streaming host to be slapped in the face and overturned. You're not tired of talking to these black fans? Speak directly and gossip less. Let's get down to business. Just one shot of super fireware. You can get the identification of gods with the live streaming host Lion. My precious opportunity. As for the follow-up awakening potion training program and advanced methods, then go according to the quality of the gods identified. Additional charge. Ugly talk ahead. The purpose of this live stream remains unchanged. Non-heavenly gods will not be accepted. The voice has not yet fallen. An instant burst on the screen. Dazzling rocket liftoff. Effects radiant. Domineering. User ID is poor. Only money is left. Throw $1,000. Gifted a super rocket to the live streaming host. Thanks to the boss for opening the purse generously. Sure enough, the system prompts popularity ruling. A golden light flashed in Li Bufan's eyes. Quickly locked the opponent's ID. Initiated a video connection. Request the storage is connected between the wires. The live stream screen is divided into two. What you see is an extremely luxurious bedroom, enough to blind everyone's titanium alloy dog eyes. All you can see are gold cast artifacts shining brightly under the crystal chandelier. The breath of suffocating wealth. Li Bufan subconsciously looked around. I'm in a shabby house. The space for color pressing is less than 10 square meters, except for a board bed, a crumbling table, and an old plane. Nothing else. There's even the old in the air, a musty, sour smell. It's a stark contrast. Really, people have to die. Throw it away. Shit, is this the legendary golden legend? God, those golden ones are all divine dramas. Walk show bedroom, which one only pays the salary. Is this handle? This is a room full of drama inventory. I'm afraid even the National Museum of Gods in the capital have to be ashamed. The so-called Shenzhen. It is a rare treasure. They are usually the things that the gods once carried with them or someone tainted with divine power. Even if mortals hold it, can also erupt with shocking and extraordinary power. The high value of it even far away, riding above the gods of ordinary quality. This kind of treasure is often expensive and shameless. It is not easy to get started simply by relying on money. It's extravagant enough to decorate a bedroom with a relic look. Globally, I'm afraid I can't find a few people with magnetic courage. Li Bufan was conscious and surprised. I didn't expect to open the first business. He actually bumped into this legendary god-level local tyrant's shake. Immediately after the camera, a round and fair young man appear in the screen, although he didn't show his face. He was already extravagant. Only see him. The whole body is covered with all kinds of gold. Divine drama. I can't wait to be rich enough to rival the country. 4 big characters engraved on the forehead. Hello, pretty boy. I happen to have a strange idol on hand. Please help me grow my eyes. As the camera zooms in, a bizarre statue about a foot tall impressively appeared in front of everyone. The form of this statue can be described as extremely eerie. There is an indescribable evil air. Its body is thin, slender, wearing a white robe. Face wind twist cloth. A long scarlet tongue spat out of his mouth. Vertical chest. The most striking. Nothing more than the towering shoulders above his head. It is impressively written on the 4 big characters of a fortune. I have also found many so-called masters with long eyes before. They all insist that this is the god of wealth, but I just can't call the name meeting. I can't wake up the god of wealth. Li Bufan's eyelids jumped wildly when he heard it. What kind of god of wealth is this? This is clearly the underworld by Wu Cheng, one of the top 10 handsome men. The bullet comment in Zai Bian's live stream exploded instantly. The Chinese audience chatted about the god of wealth. Isn't there only one god of wealth in our kingdom? Zhao Gongming. Where did another one pop up? Look at that hat. It says one sword makes money. It does sound like a god of wealth, but the dignity of this god is too penetrating. I feel the wind through the screen. How can there be the surprise of the god of wealth? Hey, have to say the selling appearance of domestic gods is really not as good as that of foreign gods. It's either muse or angel over there. This thing is not human or ghost. It's bad luck for me to post it upside down. What if it can be identified? Look at this handsome. It's just an inferior magic weapon. Live streaming host. Do you know which god of wealth this is? The little fat man on the other side of Lion might ask eagerly. The bullet comments in the live stream stopped for a while. Everyone is paying attention, looking forward to Li Bufan's follow-up. Haha. Li Bufan cleared his throat, pretending to be calm. I do know this god, and in my opinion, its quality is definitely not low. As soon as this sentence comes out like a depth charge, instantly stir up 1,000 waves in the live stream. It should be noted that the kingdom of heaven has been silent for 50 years. Never mind reality. Even if it's just an inferior god, can cause a social earthquake, not to mention the high-quality magic. Tell me, what kind of fairy is the live streaming host? Don't sell it. I have a feeling this live streaming host is is going to be famous today. Hey, don't be happy too early. That local tyrant spent so much money can't get a small live streaming host. Why can it work then? Install. I'll see what flowers you can make up to fake it. Pure bragging. If he really has the ability, is there no God in the kingdom of heaven for 50 years? So what if you recognize it? Foreign magic has long been ripe. The decline of the civilization of heaven is a matter of time. Let's be realistic. Where the hell is the housekeeper? Can you kick out these foreign admirers? Live streaming host, tell me whether I can make a fortune or not depends on this fairy. The little fat man shouted anxiously. As long as you can help me wake him up later, I will brush 100 super rockets for you on time every day. Bufan looked at the screen. His eyes became strange. Still want to get rich. The drama of this room. Anyone you pick out is priceless. You are not satisfied. How short of money. Ah, what an insatiable capitalist face. But that promise of 100 super rockets a day, it really made his poor heart cruel. It trembled. I just fired a rocket and changed 20 popularity points. If this comes to 100 rounds, this is the rhythm of getting rich overnight. Bufan restrained his mind. Be honest, I'm afraid I'm going to pour cold water on this local tyrant. This statue is not supported by the god of wealth. Stunned on the spot, dazed. Not the god of wealth. It was written brightly on the hat. What does it mean to make money with one sword? This inversion let the audience in the live stream be curious. They pricked up their ears. Bufan asked with an indifferent look, since you are not the god of wealth, are you going to keep waking up? That's necessary. Zhicheng nodded heavily. Then I seem to think of something huge and dry. Cloud padding chest. To ensure live streaming host, don't worry. This young master keeps his word no matter who this god is. As long as you can wake up, I promised you 100 super rockets a day. Absolutely one after all. This is 50 years after the silence of the kingdom of heaven. Guard the awakened mind. Its meaning flies far away. Money can be measured. Received a solemn promise from the other party. Bufan signaled with a satisfied sweaty hand. He picked up the water glass at hand to moisten his throat, pretending to be profound and posing a mysterious gesture. Only then did he slowly reveal the true origin of this god. First, correct a little. This is not the god of wealth. Instead, one from the underworld. Famous ghosts and gods. Fengdu ghost town towering over famous mountains. Yingxianzi temple is full of everything. Among them are unpaid ghost errands. This unpaid ghost, it is in our heavenly emperor's mansion system. Serious god. Its main responsibility is to shuttle between the yin and yang realms. The soul of the king of Gaoxiang returns to the underworld. One of the top 10 heroes in the underworld. So-called impermanence. The path of conforming to yin and yang is divided into black and white. This statue in your hand, it is the legendary white impermanent Serbian sheep. As for the sword on the top hat, in fact, it refers to his fear of the gods. Feedback from people with good intentions brings some luck. But this and the world, does it matter if it is horizontal in the vulgar sense? I can only say a little bit, but it doesn't matter with Bufan. Tell the origin of white impermanence essential system. And the beep was ringing in his head. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successful identification. The gods are drawing for you exclusive rewards from white impermanence extraction in progress. Ding! Congratulations to the host for obtaining supernatural powers and encountering ghosts. Ghosts can order within a kilometer undead creatures below high quality. One of the high quality lines, normal quality 3 PCS, low quality up to 10 PCS. Accompanied by the system prompt tone, you only feel a mysterious and unpredictable power flowing into the limbs out of thin air deep in the mind. There's a lot more gray. Mysterious spell. Is this what it feels like to hang up? It was amazing. Feel the power surging inside. Bufan couldn't help but sigh in his heart. At the same time, white impermanence detailed attribute panel. After successful appraisal, it also clearly appeared in front of his eyes. God is impermanent divine song type. The attribute of yin god belongs to yin god and the quality is high. Exclusive avatar seductive jade gooey tongling. Awakening the secret method requires 50 points of human temperament. Unlock nurture guide. You need to consume 50 popularity points to unlock it. The advanced path continues to consume 100 popularity points. Unlock. Looking at the staggering consumption numbers on the panel, Bufan's mouth twitched slightly. Can't help but complain in my heart. The heart is too dark after all. The amount of live gifts. Exchange ratio to popularity value, but as high as 100. To unlock all this information, you need 200 points of popularity value to convert it. 20,000 real money, and that's just a higher quality of life. If you encounter the existence of divine qualities in the future, isn't that going to go bankrupt? Fortunately, the last thing the little fat man in front of him lacks is money. Just at this moment, after a short period of silence in the live stream, a flood of bullet comments. What the hell? After a long time, it turned out to be a ghost. Is there any common sense upstairs? That's a ghost. The yin goddess. Follow the number of supernatural beings in Yaodu, Sichuan, and Shu is the same. All royal historians are like this. The messenger of Beiwu Changchuan Temple. Just hearing the name, I feel that this mysterious power is outrageous. It's as if it's real anyway. We laymen don't understand. Who knows if it's just talk made? Can't wait to ask the party live streaming host. Then tell me the specific wake-up method. This naturally knows. Bufan nodded confidently. Then he looks at the camera. He skillfully rubbed his thumb and index finger, made a well-known money gesture. The black powder lurking in the bullet comments. See this immediately. Like a fly that smells gratified. Start going crazy with rhythm. Haha. This shows the fox's tail. Infinity is cheap, dude. Let's grow dim sum. Don't be deceived by this mistake. Today's day have people fallen to living off fraud. Fortunately, I had the foresight. Immigrated to Lighthouse Country, it is recommended to directly call the police. At first glance, he is a complete liar. Zhicheng doesn't have the time to pay attention to those black smoke at all. Miasma bullet comments. Just 100 super rockets for him. It's just sprinkling water. What's more, with the financial resources of his famous family, if you are really tricked, there are means make the other person regret coming into this world, so he doesn't care about the risk at all. Please. The screen of the live stream between classes is decorated. The rotten gift special effects completely dominate the screen pleasant system tone. It's like a barrage of bullets in the extraordinary ears popularity positive 20 popularity positive 100 popularity continues to skyrocket. Just a few minutes Lee Bufan the popularity value in the account soared to 2020 points all defeated by the tyrannical little fat man. That's the beauty of Superpower's live streaming host. Is sincere enough that's natural Baozun's satisfaction. Lee Bufan did not hesitate to draw 200 points of human temperament, awaken white impermanence, unlock all training and advanced cheats. At once, with the authentication process fully completed, the white and impermanent attribute panel also took on a new look, revealed more details, awaken the skeptic, the statue of white impermanence is required, place it in the eagle's eye of Tai Kai 2. Yang only by reciting his true name can he awaken the nourishing method of the god's divinity materials that require yin attributes or dead creatures for worship, and feeding one of the ways of promotion, and its morning stick and soul love second. If there is black impermanence quality automatically jumps to the first level after grasping all the key information. Lee Bufan is facing the microphone command. Sincerity, then do as I say, go find an open space, draw a Tai Kai pattern on the ground made into a legacy that cannot help but hear the words this unheard of way of awakening. It was the first time he had heard of it, but out of trust, he still obediently picked up the idol. He hurried out of the house. As the camera switches to the outside, the scene that comes into view once again. The jaws of the water friends in the live stream drop. This is no ordinary manor. It is more magnificent than the palace. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is a wonderland on earth. This scene ruthlessly refreshed the upper limit of everyone's imagination of the top rich in the luxurious manor courtyard. It is made into a powerful and attentive obedience. Instructions carefully depicting Tai Kai graphics on the ground. Zhicheng, what are you doing? Just at this moment, a melodious voice sounded, then came a graceful young man. The woman's femininity is graceful and luxurious. The appearance is even more beautiful, a glowing golden dress, shining in the sun, shining like the sun, her every frown and smile. They all reveal the elegance and nobility engraved in their bones. Unfortunately, the audience in the live stream can only hear the sound. But I didn't have the opportunity to witness this beautiful picture, sister. I already know the origin of this god. Prepare to wake up now, the little fat man said excitedly. The woman's pupils constricted. What did you say? Oops, I'll tell you later. You made me wake up by impermanence. Now white is impermanent. Yeah, this is not the god of wealth, it's impermanence. Because how can the yin gods of our heaven be possible? Many experts have identified that this is a god of wealth. How could it be yin god? Zhicheng, who did you hear from? I found an appraiser. He identified it for me. This is what I spent over 200,000 to get. The woman glanced at Lee Bufan's live stream. Immediately show the beauty. Just a small live streaming host with less than 1,000 followers. Liar. Is his first thought. 200,000 bucks for their family. That's a drop in the ocean. But it can't be cheaper no matter what. Liar. This is what you call an appraiser. You believe the nonsense that your head was squeezed by the door. Give me that 200,000 and get it back. The little fat man was beaten by his sister. A blatant reprimand. Some wrong, sister. Just 200,000. What if I can really wake up? You know, this is Heaven V's first new god in 10 years. Heaven V has not been able to awaken a new god for 10 years. Do you think a small live streaming host has this ability? Although he was angry and his tone revealed helplessness, it's not that he doesn't want to awaken the mysteries of heaven, but it's so hard. Rao made his family as rich as the country well connected, and there is no way not to mention a little internet celebrity, and a person can only marry 10 mysteries in their lifetime. If this is a garbage mystery, in the end, his brother's future is ruined, although the contract can be cancelled, but more or less. There will still be some impact. In order to prevent my brother from getting deeper and deeper, he directly grabbed the phone and talked to Lee Bufan in the name of an appraiser. Make up nonsense. I've seen a lot of popular live streaming hosts. Some money, it's not something you can just say a few nonsense to earn. Return the money immediately and let Hinky with me. Only on the screen I saw the two beautiful legs looming under the long dress. Bullet comment. Suddenly beautiful woman see the same. Finally, a clear one came out. What else do you tell the live streaming host? Hurry up and report to the official. Should I say those legs sound so good? Congratulations to the live streaming host for more than 3 years and less than 10 years. Brother, 200,000 a lot transfer to my overseas account. You and I conspire to revive. Seeing that the little fat man's Tai Kai picture is half drawn. You are not annoying. I don't want to give up on him like this. Be patient. Try to communicate with him calmly. The way this beautiful woman awakens is not complicated. Just do as I say. The results will be shared soon. And this god is definitely of high quality. The woman thought that Lee Bufan still wanted to quibble and delay time. Directly interrupt your little trick. Don't take it out and embarrass yourself. I don't have time to waste with you here. If you, a small live streaming host, can really awaken the gods, say 200,000, 2 million. I can give 20 million. I just don't want to put the money wasted on a liar. Lee Bufan was speechless, but also understand, after all, the kingdom of heaven has not made a sound in 50 years. His skepticism is normal. Since you don't believe me so much, why don't we make a bet? Woman sneers. Okay, let's gamble. If you win, I can let you stay at my Zhao house. Pick a magic drama at will. The audience in the live stream of the Zhao family was in the heart for a while. His face was full of disbelief. The first super rebel of the Zhao family's kingdom of heaven. Family power is huge, countless assets, a true family of talents, and the Zhao family is still an official god of the kingdom of heaven. One of the co-founders, its mysterious underpinnings, strong strength, ranks among the best in the world. The most critical, the Zhao family also has the title of a Shenzhou museum. As the name suggests, inside the Zhao family, gods from mythological systems around the world instrument. It is said that the oldest sacred dramas have to be able to choose divine dramas from the Zhao family. family, almost all world-class bosses now willing to let such a small live streaming host promise. It shocked the audience for a while. Zhao family. I know this beautiful woman should be Zhao Mingsu, the eldest lady of the Zhao family. The little fat man just now was his brother Zhao Zhicheng. I should have known better. To be able to create a bedroom with drama, there is no second person, except the Zhao family. Zhao Mingsu level 68 6th extraordinary. 2 years ago, the ancient Greek mythology was awakened, muses representing the epic qualities of wisdom and war. Athena. At the same time, he is still a senior strategic talent in the official think tank of the Kingdom of Heaven. Ah, I can't take it anymore. Muse, this is the real Muse. Sister loves me again. Li Bufan came back to his senses and it dawned on me. No wonder the Zhao family hates so much, and he was delighted. He knows the gods naturally. He also knew the instruments used by the various gods. It's time to dance a high-quality drama not yet easy to grasp. Li Bufan regained his calm. It turned out to be Miss Gu disrespect. Cut the crap. What's your bet? Zhao Mingsu's voice is cold and follows closely. Many rooms. The audience's attention shifts to you again. Up, the live streaming host is going to send it. This is a drama that the Zhao family can see at will. Priceless. The average person can live more than 10 lifetimes if the live streaming host goes to Zhao's house. Be sure to give us a live stream. Yes, it's worth a lifetime just to see the Chen Opera Museum. The idiots upstairs. Do you really believe what this little live streaming host says? HMPH, he's just waiting for the Zhao family to be held accountable. Just his virtue can awaken the gods of heaven. I stand upside down and eat xiang. Why is the live streaming host not talking? Are you cowardly? Pretending to kick the iron plate? I heard that the Zhao family collects many artifacts from foreign gods. I think if the live streaming host really gets it, it should be returned. The state is the theater museum. I don't know if it was obtained through improper channels. Still robbed. Really, foreign people are everywhere at this time. Li Bufan opened his mouth. Li Bufan was poor and white. In addition to identifying the gods of the Kingdom of Heaven, only this life. Since Miss Zhao has come up with such high conditions, then I'll gamble with my life. Li Bufan looked indifferent, confident tone, full of confidence. Live streaming host. Most people don't believe Li Bufan's words. I wanted to see him confess and apologize, and ended up gambling with his own life. It startled everyone. I'm crazy with live streaming hosting. Who gave you confidence? You don't really think you can run, do you? With the strength of the Zhao family, I will find you in minutes. Keep pretending, and I'll see how long you can last. It doesn't feel fake. Maybe the live streaming host is really powerful. Live streaming host. I believe you. He live streaming host is fake. I don't think the talent of Zhao Jiashan's think tank is good either. Just get rid of this nonsense. You bet with people like a child. Just look at other foreign think tanks. That's the real talent in there. Our Kingdom of Heaven has many connections with foreign countries. Learn the other side of the video. Zhao Mingsu's expression changed slightly. He's not one of those brainless keyboard warriors. As the eldest lady of the Zhao family, senior talents and official think tanks experience countless. The confidence and calmness in Li Bufan's eyes, no deliberate disguise. It's an innate confidence. He couldn't figure it out. The identification of the gods in the Kingdom of Heaven is countless. No one has identified the mind in 50 years. This little internet celebrity with less than 1,000 followers. Where did the confidence come from? Are you really capable or have other tricks? His mind is full after thinking about it. I don't believe that Li Bufan can really do it after all. It's too impossible. Hope you don't regret it. Ha. You will naturally see the difference. Li Bufan hooked the corners of his mouth and smiled. Two people make a bet. Zhao Mingsu no longer stopped her brother, little fatty Zhao Zhicheng. According to Li Bufan's words, draw the Tai Kai diagram. Run to the camera and rub your hands. Bro, already drawn. What's next? Go and carry the idol to the position of the potato eagle eye. It's on top of the black dot. Okay, the little fat man will come back in a moment, and it has been put away. Now remember every word I say. Li Bufan cleared his throat. Life is impermanent. Black and white, so black and white are impermanent. Black is evil and white is good. By Wu Cheng's name is Zai Bian. If you think you reward the gods, you must be safe. Also known as the seventh master, responsible for the soul of the underworld. Reward the good and punish the evil. Top 10 British marshals in the netherworld. You just need to stand in the formation. Now communicating idols with mental power. Just repeat what I just said. It's that simple. The little fat man was very surprised. The live stream also complained he talks like that. Awakening the gods is more than just saying names. There is also a need to make some kind of agreement with the gods. Only after the summoner completes the content of the contract can he regain the history. You are good. Just a few words and the interaction passed. Not a live streaming host. Are you sure you're serious? Not far away. Zhao Mingsu looked disdainful. Now I am even more certain that Li Bufan is a liar. Li Bufan was fine throughout the process. Bullet comments on the chest to ensure peace of mind. Absolutely no problem. The Ministry of Heaven embarrasses the people of heaven. Those so-called contracts, it's just for those gods abroad. So the little fat man seems to understand. Then according to Li Bufan's words, standing in the Tai Kai diagram releases mental power. Start communicating with impermanence. The other side, several headlines rushed to the hot searches of major platforms. Bo unknown small live streaming host Lion My Shenju Museum. The Zhao siblings are ready to awaken the gods of heaven. Hot news. Heaven V's first mind in 10 years about to be awakened. It's amazing. Heaven respects the eldest lady of the Zhao family. As the story unfolded, the popularity of Li Bufan's live stream began to rise rapidly. In just 10 minutes, there are millions of online viewers. The number of people only forces those first-line big live streaming hosts, but almost all of them came to watch the fun. No one tipped Li Bufan. Never heard of such a character. A dead liar. Trust me. You can see right through it. Fraud. The Zhao family is this because you think your life is too long. Blind live streaming host idol written on a fortune. Everyone knows this is a god related to money. You are too brainless to identify as a yin god. Offended the eldest lady of the Zhao family. 3 seconds of silence for live streaming host. hosts. In all fairness, if the appraisal is successful, you can choose a divine drama from the Zhao family. For me, I would too. What if I'm lucky and happen to wake up? Stop dreaming upstairs. Heaven V has not awakened a new god for 10 years. You expect a small live streaming host. Typical for money. Absolutely, most viewers are not optimistic about Lee Bufan, and there were also some foreign audiences. It is even more cynical to Lee Bufan. Heaven is in decline. God is impossible fantasy. New god, this shrine should be me. The farting we have in the nest should belong to our country. We, Bangzi country, are the earliest owners of land. Zu, the celestial people like to deceive themselves. No god in heaven can join our lighthouse country citizenship. However, at this moment, bullet comments suddenly stop the scene that happened to the little fat man in the live stream. Let everyone stop breathing. Pupil earthquake. The original ordinary idol in the picture suddenly. A black and white beam of light burst out straight to the sky, and then something eerie but full of divine breath diffused in Jiajiazhuang garden. A tall white figure was reflected on the statue. He is thin. A white robe roared violently. A sword on a pointed hi-hat makes money. For big characters flashing. Xingheng's pale face is lifeless, but full of sacred temperament. The serpent widow is hideous, and majestic Suiju is full of ghosts and ghosts. Looking at the sky, it seems to be born with an aura that suppresses the soul, even if it's not there just in the live stream. I can't help but feel a sense of fear. The messenger of heaven and hell is white and impermanent. Zai Bayan, white emissaries. Faint voice echoed. Then he looked at Zibo room. Not exactly. It's looking at the ceremony part. It's a scrutinizing look. Order. After a while, a touch of imperceptible satisfaction flashed in the depths of his eyes. Then it merged into the little fat man's body, and on the little fat man's forehead, there is an extra white mark. This means that he signed a pact with the British god. Bai Wucheng became his history. At the same time, the little fatty's mental strength began to soar. Originally, he was only a level 39 third grade extraordinary, and now jumped directly to level 3, become a level 42 fourth grade extraordinary. Little fatty Zhao Zhicheng opened his eyes, and after the white impermanence solar term temperament has undergone earth-shaking changes, there is an extra gloom in the whole person. It gives people an unfathomable feeling. Sister, I did it. And I also broke through to level 42. The little fat man ran to Zhao Mingsu excitedly. Zhao Mingsu at this time, it's already turbulent inside. Soul Reaper, white impermanence, god of heaven. The first spirit awakened in 50 years. He can feel it. That is a high-quality god, but the imposing manner that oppresses the soul. Not even the gods of rare qualities. His eyes fell on the phone screen. Lee Bufan is drinking tea leisurely. This moment, he no longer dared to despise this little live streaming host. Miss Gu, I won. Lee Bufan put down the teacup. I said a sentence calmly without joy or sadness. Lee Bufan's voice woke up the audience in the live stream. A flood of bullet comments surging in the live stream. Impossible, absolutely impossible. What kind of god is this? Although not on sight, but the eyes of the god. Just now, I feel like my soul is being hooked away. Nonsense. This is the soul messenger of the underworld. It has a natural ability to suppress the soul. I feel that the quality will not be lower than that of advanced live streaming hosts. It is also a god. 50 years of records. It's so easy to break. I rely on me to get money from my daughter-in-law. I only want God's soldiers from today on. The return of celestial civilization. High. Just a high god. Look at you guys. If you have a little money casually, you can awaken the rare gods abroad. It is the dignified young master of the Zhao family made a pact with a high god. Shame on you. Blind cats are boring. When they meet dead mice, a person who worships foreigners, they always belittle their country from all angles. The whole body is not hard anywhere. Just the mouth is hard, of course. The most taboo is the audience in other countries. Hateful. Heaven stole the gods of our country will really put gold on its face. This is obviously the god of our Bangzi country. Go to the world heritage. Heaven is too backward. A high quality god is happy like this. Heaven breaks 50 years of godless curse. Just like the next time may be in 100 years. Zhao family manor. Little fatty Zhao Zhicheng has been studying himself, awakening white impermanence. Then he suddenly thought of something. Lee Bufan hurriedly asked, Grandmaster, may I ask how the god of white impermanence should be cultivated? Lee Bufan's current status in his mind already on par with his old sister. The name has changed. It's very simple. Lee Bufan doesn't hide it either. After all, they spent so much money. You can't keep catching someone the usual way of cultivation. I raise some British divine substances or ghosts. As for the advanced method, there are two ways. The first one, we need to find the divine artifact used by Ikai Soul Lock and treasure stick cleaning twice is the second type of perfect quality. I just said it too. The soul is impermanent. One black and one white. If you can awaken black impermanence, both parties present automatically improve a quality. That is to say, if you can find white impermanence, the highest can be advanced to legendary quality. Lee Bufan's words were like thunder exploded in everyone's mind. What did they hear? A god who can advance 3 times among the many gods. There is a chance to advance. It's already very rare. It is very rare to have 2 opportunities for advancement. Triple advance the whole kingdom of heaven. Doesn't seem to sign just a few words. A high god. Suddenly it became legendary quality. Lee Bufan then spoke. Your home is called the Divine Drama Museum. It shouldn't be difficult to come and find the drama. As for whether we can find the idol of black impermanence, it's just a matter of luck. I can't help it either. So here it is. He added another sentence of incompetence. I also know a thing or two about the appraisal of Shenju. It numbs everyone completely. It numbs the extraordinary eyes in everyone's eyes. It's like looking at a monster. Not only can you identify the gods of the kingdom of heaven, you can also identify divine relics. The relic is in the hands of ordinary people, although it can exert extraordinary power, but less than 110. But if it is in the hands of the corresponding gods, God's combat power will be qualitatively improved. Just a pity in the celestial drama. The dust gods are sleeping. It's hard to be so perfect. Aside, Zhao Mingsu could no longer suppress her emotions. He looked at Li Bufan with a complicated expression. Take a deep breath. Mr. Li Bufan, I apologize for what I just said. Willing to admit defeat, I'll pick you up now. You can choose whatever drama you want from the Zhao family treasure house. He's not the kind of arrogant lady. As the eldest lady of the Zhao family, it is also a national strategic talent of the Heavenly Kingdom think tank. Naturally, know the current value of Li Bufan. How big is it for heaven? And his brother's future is also in Li Bufan's hands. Lighting snow. Too much transformation. Li Bufan is not surprised. He is also very much looking forward to the Zhao family Divine Opera Museum. So no ink. The contact information was exchanged in the background, then go off the air directly. At the same time, officials from all over the world have also been alerted, but now Li Bufan immersed in the system mall. They don't care about the outside world. Room. Li Bufan checked his popularity 2,500 points. There were so many people in the live stream just now. After Little Fatty had successfully awakened by Wucheng other people's tips, although it is not as good as his 100 super rockets, but it can't resist the crowds. He opened the system mall. Countless dazzling goods appeared in front of him. A wood attribute divinity crystal 200 points. Guiyang adds 1 to the level of the wood attribute god. First order god statue blind box 500 points can be opened at will. Icons of equal quality first order relic blind box 500 points can be opened at will. Gods utensils of equal quality tier 1 god talent blind box 1000 points can be opened immediately. Divine talent of the highest quality fuses into the host. The afterimage of Nuwa 500,000. The remnants of the statue of the muse Nuwa due to the incomplete statue. The current quality is higher. Collect more afterimages can awaken the true god. Nuwa prompt to refresh 5 items every day. Host every other month. You can choose an item to permanently top retain the remaining top times in the month. I'm going to god. Nuwa. Li Bufan's shocked eyes were mixed with surprise. One of the ancestral gods of Nuwa, Empress Nuwa, created man and biochemical all things, known as the Mother Earth, is the natural ancestor of all things after Heaven Emperor. She found Nuwa practicing multicolored world to make up for the Skychop Ao foot quadrupole. The infinite merits of owning old things. It can be said to be the ancestor of humanity's mother of all things. If this can summon the god Nuwa, how powerful is that? Li Bufan dared not imagine. It's just a pity that this statue is incomplete, unable to summon the true god Nuwa, but the system refreshes the mall every day. Maybe lucky, not necessarily. The broken parts will be collected soon. 500,000 abdicated, converted to a reward amount of 50 million. Not much to say with his ability. Just make a name for himself. Millions of dollars a minute. Hey, ha 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 ha. System top Nuwa afterimage system mall random refresh every day. I don't know when the next time I meet you. Ding has put the remnants of Nuwa on the top remaining number of items. Top this month. Follow Li Bufan closely. Then I focused on the statue of the street again on the blind box. Since he crossed into this parallel world, identities change. He in this world just a newly awakened spiritual power beginners who step into the threshold of the extraordinary. I haven't thought about it with any gods and solar terms supernatural beings. Yet to improve mental strength, it must be in harmony with the gods. Cultivate with the help of the power of the gods. The two complement each other. Although he himself can be immortal, harness the powers of the gods, but my mental strength is too low. It doesn't work. You must be in harmony with the gods. In this world ravaged by demons, strengthening one's own strength is the top priority. 500 popularity. The highest god who can issue high quality. Take a gamble. The system redeems the first order god blind box. Li Bufan's voice fell. The system prompts that Ding's popularity value will be reduced by 500 points. The host successfully exchanged for the blind box of the first order god idol. Current popularity value 2,000 points. Remaining with the sound, a beam of light appeared out of thin air in front of Li Bufan. 1.5 people tall, a cubied bronze chest appeared in front of him. There are countless mysterious runes engraved on the box. Exudes an ancient and distant atmosphere. Ask the host to drop a drop of his own blood. Open the blind box of the idol. Li Bufan said nothing. Pick up the fruit knife next to you and cut your fingers. He couldn't wait to drip on the box. Click crisp sound. The box slowly opened. There are colorful clouds shining in the gaps. In the hallowed glory of goodwill, extraordinary eyes fixed on the silhouette of the idol is in the glow gradually become clear. Perfect body, pure white dress, a beautiful face that comes to life, exudes mature dignity, and behind him it is a crystal clear white jade python circling snake. White snake woman. Li Bufan looked at the statue, his pupils dilated in thought. Immediately blurted out that this is by Lady Bai Su Zhen. Ding, congratulations on the successful identification of the host. The message of the idol of Shunshi appeared in front of him. White snake type, demon god attribute, high water quality, Shentong waterflood Jinshin, jade aquarium items, grease umbrella fairy, Ganoderma lucidum. Wake up method consumes 50 points to unlock human temperament. Cultivation method consume 50 points to unlock the temperament. Advanced mode consumes 100 points to unlock human temperament. Host identification was successful. The reward of the white snake is being drawn for you. Extracting. Ding congratulates the host on getting the item Xianweng Ganoderma lucidum. Xianweng Ganoderma lucidum, fresh juice grown by Xianweng in Antarctica. Life and death. Human flesh and bones. Anyone with a soul can put out a fire if it is for the gods. Those who take the god level plus 5 solar terms have good mental strength. 2 Ganoderma lucidum by Suzhen. Wuxing Huangju revealed his true body, scared Suxian to death. Go to Xianweng's dojo in Antarctica to steal Ganoderma lucidum, bring it back to life. Such a good thing, it would be a waste if it were used to cultivate gods. Well, keep it just in in case all used as life-saving props, Lee Bufan teased. He refocused his gaze on the statue of the white snake. He considered countless possibilities, but I didn't expect it to be the white lady, a woman seeking love, one for love, a 1,000-year-old snake demon who is willing to give up the opportunity to become an immortal millennium demon. The strength should not be too bad. Then Lee Bufan consumed another 200 popularity points, unlocked a series of training methods for the white lady. The way to wake up is to borrow an umbrella from the statue of the white lady. Cultivation method: 1. Consumes the divine substance of water. Attributes: 2. Chin Jili advanced. Way 1. 8 tears of true love. 2. Su Zion Hu Zioking was present. Look at the information in front of you. Lee Bufan has strange eyes, fell into silence. What kind of operation is this? However, in the story of the white lady, borrow an umbrella and fold it. It was indeed a crucial plot turning point, so the way to wake up the white lady is to borrow an umbrella. Fair enough. It's just that Lee Bufan doesn't know how to borrow it. For a while, Lee Bufan was torn into 500 popularity points, but the price of his small class, if you reopen, maybe no such luck. Lee Bufan recalled travel through the plot of the TV series before slightly smashing the tongue. White girl, this rain is beautiful, quiet and beautiful. I wonder if I can borrow an umbrella. That's about it. Lee Bufan's face was a little embarrassed before the idol was awakened. Just a rock bump. Read your lines to a rock pimple. Still a little embarrassing. And just after Lee Bufan finished reading this sentence, boom, Lee Bufan lives in a radius of more than 10 miles. Originally, thunder suddenly exploded on a clear day. The black clouds of crows roll in immediately after the downpour fell like a waterfall. It's full of people outside. Take shelter from the rain for this sudden storm. Everyone was caught off guard and disappeared. What the hell am I going to do? Say it rains. It rains. It was just a big sun. The weather bureau says it won't rain for the next week. It's raining. So weird. When everyone is talking, suddenly a young man pointed to the sky in shock. Shout out to me. You see everyone in the sky subconsciously looking up. They were frozen in place. Pupils fill the oppressive clouds. A white steed stretching for a kilometer, rolling in the dark sea of clouds. Lightning flicker. The white scales are shining brightly, both white and holy. There is another dark demon overflowing. Those huge snake hairs are like a pair of lanterns. Take care of the sky. Heavenly demon clan by Sujen by Mang spoke human words. Mature and mysterious girl, full of confidence and majesty, as if the arrival of the empress is shocking, and the light falls overhead. Turn into a milky white light. It entered the direction where Lee Bufan was. Peak finger Uting the sun reappears. The light returns. It's as if it never happened. Wet earth. It really confirms the truth of just now. By Sujan, the demon clan of the kingdom of heaven, is the god of my kingdom of heaven. In one day, the kingdom of heaven awakened 2 gods in a row. Do you think it's the one named Lee Bufan? Internet celebrities, it's really possible the heavens of heaven have changed again. Lee Bufan helped the young master of the Zhao family identify by impermanence when Lee Bufan was off the air. This matter already spread. Many people are interested in the picture of Lee Bufan during the live broadcast. Fragments were recreated after uploading it to the internet. The popularity remains high. Therefore, the name Lee Bufan, people more or less understand there hasn't been a star god in 50 years. Lee Bufan's appearance broke the spell. Now there is a star god resurrection. First I thought of the little live streaming host named Lee Bufan. At the same time, Zhao family manor Zhao Mingsu siblings also felt this movement. The direction of the end of Junmao road, exactly the position Lee Bufan gave them. Sister, in that direction. On the way, we have to hurry up to pick up Mr. Lee Bufan. Zhao Zhicheng's words have not been finished yet. He was interrupted by Zhao Mingsu. Hastily took him to the Zhao family's car. If Lee Bufan just helped his brother awaken the new gods of heaven, luck is definitely the real strength. Now Lee Bufan, it will definitely be watched by many forces. Among these forces, there is no shortage of some foreign dark forces deep in the forbidden imperial city. On the other side, mysterious house around the huge conference table. It was full of people in Mao suits. They looked serious, staring at the screen in front of you. The screen is divided into 2. Half of it is playing when Lee Bufan is live. Help Zhao Zhicheng awaken the scene of white impermanence. Half of it is the abnormal sound of the giant python that just happened. Chief, this is his profile. Lee Bufan is 23 years old. Both parents died in the imperial capital. Graduated from Imperial Capital College, majoring in ancient history of the kingdom of heaven. Excellent grades. Awakened 2 years ago, but not with any gods. I graduated a year ago. Participate in the excavation of the ancient ruins of heaven. Number 1 god, because in the ruins, the words come here. The man suddenly stopped. Everyone frowned slightly. Someone can't help but remind, why did it stop? Go on. It's the guy who takes a deep breath. Because of being stimulated in the ruins, suffering from severe mental illness. Retreat at home from now on. Mental illness is right. It is said that he saw something then go crazy. What's that? Everyone asked curiously. Well, the record says it's a black tower and a huge bronze door. High tower, bronze door. Now everyone was even more confused. Ancient ruins of God. Number 1, it's a national excavation project, but these people never heard of what was dug up in it. Towers and bronze doors. Okay, let's go down first. That's right. Let the person in charge of the ancient ruins of God. Number 1, come to see you. I waved my hand for the guard signal the other party to go down. Then his eyes swept across the crowd. Chen Sheng, everyone, what do you think about this? You can participate in the excavation of the ancient ruins of God. Number 1, the origin must not be said. The once in a decade battle of the gods is about to begin. Maybe this young man is breaking the law anyway. Just from the fact that he can identify the gods of the kingdom of heaven, he is already a national treasure. It must be protected. I agree to protect it first. Awakening 2 gods in one day will definitely be noticed by those in the West. The kingdom of heaven has been restrained by foreign forces. Now the appearance of Lee Bufan let them see a glimmer of hope. In that case, send someone to pick up the young man immediately. It It just so happens that the Zhao family has a bet with him. Let the Zhao family do it in Li Bufan's room. The holy light gradually fades away. The cold hard stone statue has been refined by an elegant, a beautiful woman like a fairy exquisite. Features twinkle and dust rises, dignified and elegant temperament. The whole body exudes a kind of order, the mature charm of people's fascination. He looked at Li Bufan, the male's hot breath hit him in the face, make his legs go weak. Look at that face, so close at hand. Familiarity carries a little strangeness. And then an incomplete memory flashes in my mind, finally pieced together Li Bufan's face, a pair of slender white arms like rubbing his tongue. He climbed up Li Bufan's neck. Li Bufan, who was originally immersed in waking up the white snake, suddenly feel the warmth in my arms. Li Bufan's heart trembled. Then he suddenly opened his eyes. The eye is Bai Sujin's thrilling, charming face, and the other party's initiative startled him even more. What is this snake doing? Su Xian knew and had to kill him subconsciously. Li Bufan broke free from the other party. Bai Suzhen opened her eyes. The moist eyes were stained with a trace of blurred feelings. Xiangong, Bai Sujin's delicate voice. Let Li Bufan suddenly fight a cold war. Is this a snake spirit or a fox spirit? Li Bufan reminded awkwardly. Ha, you got it wrong. I'm not Su Xian, you are my husband. Bai Sujin shook her head and stared at Li Bufan's face, very serious. Although it has been 700 years, but I will never mistake you. I'm really not Su Xian. My name is Li Bufan. Your solar terms. Li Bufan is helpless. According to legend, the story of the legend of the white snake takes place in the Song dynasty. Su Xian, a mortal, has been dead for more than 700 years. Husband, don't you recognize me? Bai Sujin's face was shrouded in deep sadness. Li Bufan's eyelids twitched wildly. Just as he was about to continue explaining Bai Sujin's attributes panel, suddenly an extra message: white snake type demon god, attribute water quality, advanced level 1 level 0 Shentong Shuman Jinshin jade aquarium goods, oil paper umbrella. Bai Sujin's body is a snake demon. It is currently under development for Chu Zheji Jai. Li Bufan is full of questions. What the hell? The 1,000-year-old demon will also send shows a big spectrum. Li Bufan complains it is also possible to guess. Why did you mistake him for Su Xian? Any god who can advance or not complete the memory and true power of these gods incomplete. This is the current situation of Bai Sujin. It is inevitable to admit the wrong person. Only find items that allow Bai Suzhen to advance, boost his strength to get through this particular stage. Otherwise, who can stand it all the time? To prevent something unspeakable from happening, Li Bufan said quickly, you can stay in my spiritual space first. Xiangong. Bai Sujin is obviously unwilling. Li Bufan tries to be as gentle as possible. Reassure, I have something to do now. I'll find you when I'm done. Finally, it was easy to talk nonsense, and Bai Sujin agreed. Normally extraordinary has complete control over the gods of solar terms. You can forcibly put the gods into the spiritual space, but the gods are the source of power for the supernatural standard of fit. It's not just the strength of mental strength and intimacy. If forced, will reduce the harmony between the supernatural and the gods in the end. It led to the loss of the gods, so it's usually not a last resort. Almost no one dares to do that. The room is calm again. Bai Sujin's enthusiasm made Li Bufan hard to resist. This is probably the charm of popularity. After calming down, Li Bufan opened his own property panel. Li Bufan Human and other albums, 1 Street 3 episodes, innate ability god. Bai Sujin higher items, Xianwang Ganoderma lucidum popularity 1800. The system mall is open, refresh at 0 o'clock every day after the solar term. With Bai Sujin, his mental power has been upgraded. He understands. Obviously, I can feel that my 6 senses have been shed. Become very concerned about everything sharp. Even without opening your eyes, you're aware of your surroundings. It's so amazing that Li Bufan secretly gave up. He now looks forward to the world even more. Check the time, the agreement between the distance, and the Zhao family is coming soon. It's okay to be idle. He casually swipes his phone. Large and small platforms at home and abroad. Almost all the headlines are hot news about him. Overflowing topics, trendiness. Heaven awakens 2 gods in one day. The kingdom of heaven is about to recover. The gods of the kingdom of heaven have awakened in the Linhai district of the imperial capital. It seems to be related to the person named Li Bufan's small live streaming host is related. Someone broke the news. This live streaming host named Li Bufan was a lunatic. It's just waking up 2 gods. There are countless divine arts abroad. Look abroad. We're way behind. Abroad with others. Mysterious statue unearthed from ancient ruins of god number 1. It seems to come from heaven. More ancient mythological civilizations. Ancient ruins of god number 1. Li Bufan's pupils contracted slightly. Click on the news. The picture above made him look serious. Tiger life face. The first deterrent god is angry and solemn. The mythical beast that guards the gates of the heavens in the legend of the enlightened beast. And this divine beast, he has seen this world before. He was an archaeologist. When excavating ruins, encountered something unspeakable, unspeakably weird, but many people don't want to believe him. Instead, he regarded him as a lunatic. Strange. Starred missed a huge black tower soaring into the sky. Chains falling from the sky. Dense floating spells run through the black tower. Fuzzy memory. He only remembers one imperial sun from time to time. There was a miserable cry. Seems to be blocking something. Ask him for help. Again the screen changes. He saw a huge ancient bronze door. Again the scene inside the door is the collapse of mountains and rivers. Dry rivers. Rubble everywhere. Broken arms. Ruins. Flames. A lifeless world of death. It seems that something happened there. Unprecedented war. It was also at this time he met this divine beast. He doesn't know the enlightened beast in this world. He pounced on Li Bufan trying to throw him through that bronze door. He broke free from the fog with all his strength. Escaped. Li Bufan told the scientific expedition team these things, but was mistaken for an emergency. Everyone thought he was crazy. He got fired. The memory after being expelled. After Li Bufan crossed over, I have no memory at all at first. Li Bufan just passed through, didn't care too much about that, but the appearance of this news make him suddenly realize the ancient ruins of god number 1 are not simple. There seems to be a huge secret secret buried. Inside Enlightened Beast Bronze Gate you don't reflect. Enlightened Beast, it is the divine beast guarding the gate of Kunlun Virtual Scorpion, is that Bronze Gate the Scorpio Gate. But what is that black tower? While he was thinking there was a knock on the door outside, Li Bufan came back to his senses and glanced at the time. It should be someone from the Zhao family. Let go of the doubts in your heart for a while. He got up and opened the door, all golden, a little fat man with an upstart temperament. Zhao Zhicheng. Next to him stood an elegant and noble woman, long blonde hair, golden dress, skin like snow, flawless white, exude holiness and purity, dignified and beautiful face, extraordinary with inviolable majesty. Li Bufan can probably guess this is Zhao Mingsu, the solar term master of the Zhao family, Athena Master Su. It's me, Zhao Zhicheng. The little fat man excitedly jumped in front of Li Bufan, his current admiration for Li Bufan. It's almost to the point of being a god, Mr. Li. Zhao Mingsu also greeted him politely. Ha ha ha, hello. Li Bufan responded to Mr. Li with a smile. The treasure house of the Zhao family has been opened for you. I'll take you there now to choose a divine drama. Zhao Mingsu goes straight to the topic. Li Bufan got into the Zhao family's car. He and Zhao Mingsu didn't say much along the way. Instead, Zhao Zhicheng kept moving towards him. Master Su, my admiration for you is like a surging river without end, like the Yellow River flooding one shot and out of control. Listen to Master Su's next glance. Shengdu, 10 years cold window, can I see you here? It's the honor of my brother's life. When you go home, you must burn incense to worship your ancestors. Li Bufan covered his fart and jumped wildly. This little fatty is really the young master of the Zhao family. Why do you look like a player who likes to flatter? Li Bufan is too lazy to pay attention to each other. Lean back in your chair and close your eyes. The little fat man continued to spit and stars were flying all over the sky. I've said almost everything I can praise and Zhao Mingsu from time to time. I secretly observe Li Bufan. I am full of curiosity about Li Bufan. He is the solar term holder of Athena, muse of wisdom, but I can't see through the man in front of me. The car soon arrived at the Zhao Manor Pavilion's garden pavilion, huge and luxurious manor. Almost the entire mountain. The rich are afraid of the ancient emperors. It can't compare to 110 of the Zhao family. Walked for nearly half an hour. Bufan came to the hall of the Zhao family. There are a few elderly people sitting inside, a middle-aged man in the front seat. It is somewhat similar to Zhao Mingsu siblings. I think it is Li Bufan, the contemporary head of the Zhao family. At the moment of entering the door, Li Bufan is neither humble nor arrogant. All eyes, they all converged on him. Curious, surprised, yes, I am satisfied. Patriarch Zhao smiled with satisfaction. Hello, seniors. Haha, nice young man. Heaven, are you lucky? The stinky master is joking. It is my blessing to be a celestial person. Li Bufan has a loose meaning about being a man of heaven. Unique pride. This sentence touched everyone present. They can feel it intuitively. Bufan's strong feelings of love. It's in my bones. It's not a deliberate fake dress. This moment, everyone's liking for Li Bufan has skyrocketed. The crowd exchanged a few simple pleasantries. Again, the Zhao family brought Li Bufan to the Zhao family treasure house, passing through layers of doors in a huge space packed with countless treasures: sword, gun, sword, halberd, aura, satin. The elixir of this moment. Li Bufan finally knew why is the Zhao family called the Shenzhou Museum. It contains mythological systems from all over the world, legendary appliance, all-encompassing everything. Can I live stream here? Li Bufan is full of thoughts about awakening the god Nua, but the temperament is too different now to the treasure house of the Zhao family. Just take advantage of this heat to harvest a wave of rewards. Certainly. The Zhao family's strength ranks among the top in the world. There are countless treasures and institutions. There are strong men who stand by day and night. Even the extraordinary ones of the stone steps are difficult to access. Get consent. Li Bufan happily started the live broadcast. Full live broadcast. The title of the explosion of the Zhao family Divine Drama Museum. The moment of going live attracted countless viewers. The moment you enter the live stream again, everybody. The audience was stunned by what they saw. I'm going to play for real. So much drama in the world. Only the Zhao family has this strength. You can see the treasure house of the Zhao family with your own eyes. My life is worth it. Anything in here, even a brick, enough for an ordinary person to live for a lifetime. Really evil capitalist jealousy makes people unrecognizable. The live streaming host is going to send you guys are too shallow. After all, drama is a dead thing. The most important thing is that the live streaming host has a relationship with the Zhao family. There is a Zhao family. They can go sideways almost everywhere in the world. Humph, most of these great dramas come from abroad. Take someone else's stuff and give it away. The Zhao family is really shameless. That is, I suggest that the Zhao family should return the divine dramas of various countries. Bunch of soft bones. Some people can't stand up after kneeling for a long time. Some people become dogs if they eat too much shit. Li Bufan glanced at the bullet comment. Two sarcastic words. Then he turned his attention to the treasure trove. The young man responded to my daughter's promise. It's a drama. You can choose one at will. Also, to thank you for helping my son, the Zhao family is willing to give you another one. Li Bufan raised his eyebrows. Some surprises and windfalls. Free gift. Don't take it. Don't take it. Thank you, Zhao family head. Then I'm welcome. The bullet comments went crazy again. I will give you one more. This is a divine opera collected by the Zhao family. The lowest rare quality inside. Why do I feel like the Zhao family is pleasing the live streaming host? Take away the feeling. If you have the ability to identify the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, the Zhao family will do the same to you. A total of one god was identified. Are you really the savior of his kingdom? One, don't forget today's white snake god. Who knows if it was awaken? Zhao Zhicheng has been helping Li Bufan live stream with mobile phone. I saw that someone in the live stream questioned Li Bufan. He couldn't help but ask, Brother Su is the white snake today because of you. Li Bufan said lightly, according to the Zhao investigation, synthesize all the information. The awakening of the the white snake god, has been confirmed, has a direct relationship with Lee Bufan. He asked it's nothing more than those people who want a slap in the face of the live stream. Oh, that's the god of my own solar terms, just woke up today, wow, it's brother Sue's god, the power, the majesty, brother Sue. My admiration for you, just like the surging river beating Lee Bufan, quickly stopped the other party. Those black fans who beat the rhythm in the live stream were slapped in the face, annoyed a lot of people. Lee Bufan's attention is focused on the drama Walk and Watch. From an understanding of the mythology and history of various countries, he knows almost all the dramas here. The pair of burning wheels, it should be Neja's Hot Wheels, member of King Guamu Pearl Umbrella, this rake Pixie's nine-tooth rake and fairy. Rope in some Western mythological dramas, that's the weapon of Frey, the god of sun and wind and frost. Sword of victory, mythical sword, can fly on its own. Sue Dai's mobile phone, it's just an ordinary flying sword. Cultivators of heaven who doesn't have a hand. What no one wants on a rotten street, treated as a treasure by the West. Ridiculous. Lee Bufan picks and picks. Someone asked in the live stream, I heard that the live streaming host will identify the drama. Show them. The live streaming host, look at his ignorant look. What drama can be identified? If he can really identify the drama, it wouldn't take that long. Those sailors are everywhere. I found a topic and started to deliberately rhythm. The little fat man has always been by Lee Bufan's side. Lee Bufan noticed the bullet comment. He opened his mouth faintly and wanted to see my limited divine comedy. Can launch a super rocket. Identify a drama. I want to use them for nothing. The Zhao family also pooled together the money. The Zhao family has collected so many divine dramas, but the origin of most divine dramas is not clear, can't be used at all. Exert real power. If Lee Bufan can identify, then the strength of the Zhao family will definitely get a leap of wisdom. Originally, they wanted to ask Lee Bufan to identify it, but the little fat man took a step ahead. I directly rewarded the live stream with 150 super rockets. Zhao Zhicheng is carefree, brother Su. I promised I will reward you with 100 super rockets every day. Now these 100 rounds are for tomorrow. The other 50 rounds will be used as the fee for the appraisal of the magic drama. Lee Bufan's system sent a prompt. Ding, popularity only adds 3,000 points. Lee Bufan's eyes are strange. A thought suddenly appeared in his mind. Does this count as being taken care of by the eldest brother on the list? Sure enough, the local tyrant is the local tyrant returning to his senses. Lee Bufan glanced around in a bunch of drama. I picked the Hot Wheels used by Neja. The wheel on fire is of low quality when cut. On the side, Zhao Mingsu said about this wheel, it was me 6 months ago. It was found in an ancient relic from the Shang and Zhou dynasties. I still don't know his function. Lee Bufan is speechless. Immediately identified Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels type magic weapon, attribute wind and fire, quality rare, divine ability wind and fire power. The moon travels thousands of miles. Mode of use interchangeable. Hydrogen egg fire seam can display the power of wind and fire when used by the appropriate gods. Riding Hot Wheels. Host identification successful. The reward draw for you to draw Hot Wheels is in progress. Ding. Congratulations to the host for drawing the power of divine power. Wind and fire, force of wind and fire, basic control of wind and fire elements. It starts with usage. If you shout the Kingluan Fire Phoenix, you can display the power of wind and fire. Green Mountains are the peak fire phoenix for fire. After Lee Bufan finished speaking in one breath, how about taking a look at the little fat man? Would you like to try it? Okay. Against the clearing. Okay. The little fat man couldn't wait to take the Hot Wheels. Humans want to use the instruments of the gods. You must confess to the drama. The way to identify the owner is also extremely simple, is to imprint your own spiritual imprint on the drama, but there is a precondition. It had to end. Learn all about the origin of this drama, otherwise it is impossible to recognize the success of the master. After the little fat man recognized the owner with Hot Wheels, according to what Lee Bufan said, shout Kingluan Huo Feng out of the Hot Wheels, spinning two flames. Two giants are reflected on the wheel. The big divine bird, the phantom divine bird, one male and one magnetic, one wind and one fire. Green egg feathers are cyan. There is also a little red in it. Fire phoenix, whole body golden. The head is burning with a golden flame, just a projected shadow. The temperature is incredibly hot. Double bird waving a pair of wings gracefully. Suddenly a tornado came out of nowhere. A violent momentum swept in. The cold wind blade seems to be able to tear everything apart, and around this hurricane still burning fire, the rocket front is getting stronger. Heat and tearing engulf everything. The live stream is once again a sensation, and the appraisal is successful. Such a powerful aura. Is this the power of divine drama? This is just one of the swords. If you recognize the owner of all the magic dramas in a warehouse, the real gods probably have to retreat too. I think you're focusing on the wrong thing. The real horror is not the drama, it's a live streaming host. Negative heaven god, buried heaven god drama. All live streaming hosts know each other. This is in any country definitely real international characters. I seriously doubt it now. Can the live streaming host also be identified? Foreign gods so perverted, so evil. The other side. Lee Bufan is ready to start authenticating other divine dramas. Searched for it suddenly in an inconspicuous corner. Discovered white impermanence, a divine drama for advancement, but that's not what attracted him. Beneath this soul lair holding a golden sword, sun, moon and stars, a mountain of vegetation. It also exudes a kind of nobility, holy kingship. This is extraordinary in Xuanyuan's sword, and I can't believe it. Xuanyuan's sword is a magic weapon in ancient times. It is the exclusive weapon of the emperor. Before coming, he didn't even think about it. This Xuanyuan, the sword, will appear in the treasure house of the Zhao family. But now this Xuanyuan sword not only appeared, and it is also like a pearl in Mengcheng, now the corner of the treasure house. Obviously, the people in the Zhao family don't know the goods. Put this Xuanyuan sword in the corner at will. If he hadn't come here today, only Xuanyuan's sword doesn't know how long are you going to eat ash here. He took away the soul trap that was covered with the sword. Hold the sword in your hand. hand, he immediately felt a special aura coming. He took the sword and observed it carefully. This sword is engraved with dense ancient characters and lots of patterns. The sun, moon, and stars are engraved on the side of the fitness. The other side is carved with mountains and plants, and a large number of ancient characters engraved on the hilt of the sword. One side says the art of farming and animal husbandry. On the other side, there is a universal policy. The whole sword is golden yellow. A wave of zodiacal energy dissipates easily, and he looked at this carefully for a long time. Finally confirmed this is indeed the legendary sword of the sacred path. Xuanyuan's sword. The grade of Xuanyuan's sword will never be low, and he's been in for so long. The highest quality handle I have seen. What is the live streaming host doing? Shouldn't you like this golden sword? It's a live stream after all. It's all in the eyes of money, I guess. I want to melt this golden sword, sell it for gold. Live streaming host picked and picked for half a day. Finally, I chose a golden sword in the corner. It's too unambitious. If you don't understand, don't talk nonsense. Maybe this golden sword is some ancient artifact. Antishik sub labor Eli Gemini. Keep blowing. How many individuals? Chinese letter the NTICH Chinese letter or Chinese letter to melt Chinese letter. The audience in the live stream meet Lee Bufan s at those participatory gastroswords for Chinese letter. Can't help head he. Do you like the golden value of this golden sword? Lee Bufan took a look at the bullet comments in the live stream. Ignore, turn your head, and take the Xuanyuan sword. He walked in front of the Zhao family. He said firmly, I want this sword. Of course, no problem. The head of the Zhao family said with a smile, but can you tell me about this handle? The name and origin of the drama. The little fat man also looked at Lee Bufan curiously. This magic drama in my hand. Master Su's selection is definitely not ordinary. At least it's a perfect level magic weapon. We don't know the goods. Such a precious weapon. I actually left him alone in the corner. Although it has not been identified what kind of drama this is, but the little fat man has already treated Lee Bufan. Admired 5 body cast. Just started to flatter. I knew he was a short-sighted guy. How much can a golden sword cost? I'll count him 10 kg. The current price of gold is 600 grams, which can be sold for 6 million. I rely on a lot of live streaming hosts. Awesome. Choosing other magic dramas does not guarantee awakening, but this golden sword, it's the real previous baby. Not buddy. Live streaming host obviously has real skills. This gold piece is definitely not an ordinary treasure. How could a live streaming host possibly want to sell it? Most of the people in the live stream are just ordinary people. For them, 6 million is indeed a huge sum of money, but don't think about it. This is the treasure house of the Zhao family. The value of any divine drama is immeasurable. 6 million sell. It simply tarnishes the value of these divine dramas. A group of poor people who have never seen the world. These divine dramas in the Zhao family treasure house. Anyone you take out can sell for tens of millions. Sell this show for gold. The live streaming host is not stupid. Really amazing treasure. They must have been hung up. This kind of magic drama in the corner. How powerful can it be? Just be. The Zhao family is the first extraordinary family in the kingdom of heaven. Only what they value is good. That's not nonsense. Even the Zhao family has times when they are wrong. You mean you believe in the Lord? Broadcast a young person who doesn't believe it. A bunch of appraisal masters hired by the Zhao family with a high salary. The live streaming host. It has been successfully identified several times. Right, so what? It's just a blind cat bumping into a dead mouse. Zhao Mingsu looking at the live stream. Many people support the Zhao family. I feel a little hot on my face. Although the Zhao family is the #1 extraordinary family in the kingdom of heaven, but there are also many divine dramas that cannot be identified. If it weren't for Lee Bufan today, they might miss it. Bai Aikang is a god. Now Lee Bufan has personally selected this magic drama. Zhao Mingsu doesn't know what this magic drama is called, but one thing is for sure, his value will definitely not be low. Lee Bufan holds a Xuanyuan sword. There was a trace of memory in his eyes. Began to explain the ancient times. The emperor and Qiyu versus the gods of the war. Famous Xuanyuan sword. Xuanyuan sword is golden yellow. Neishandao ancient sword. The sword to kill demons. Deal with Mazu Qiyu, especially with the magic effect of getting twice the result with half the effort. After Emperor Xuanyuan defeated demon ancestor Qiyu, this sword was passed down in Xiaoyu Deu holding Xuanyuan sword. Great contribution to the treatment of water. The Xia dynasty died peacefully hundreds of years after the founding of the country. This sword was acquired by Senstime. Senstime fights with this sword, defeat the 3 evil knives of ancient times, and establish a new kingdom after the Shang dynasty. The whereabouts of this Xuanyuan sword are unknown because Xuanyuan sword has been held by human emperor, since then also known as human emperor sword. I rely on real or fake. This is the human emperor sword. Don't know anything else. The live streaming host storytelling skills are top-notch. What did the live streaming host say about these emperors? I've never heard of Caillou. Who the hell knows if what he said is true or not? It's not easy to know if it's true or false. Just let the live streaming host recognize the owner on site. If this thing is really seen by the emperor, it is estimated that it must be at least a perfect level. Divine Lord. The bullet comments in the live stream suddenly boiled over everyone. I don't feel like I'm making up stories to deceive them, but no evidence, and the system prompt tone sounded. Xuanyuan sword type divine weapon attribute boutique quality legendary avatar emperor's sword. How to use the human emperor overlord body. Raise the Xuanyuan sword. Inject the air of the emperor into it. When used by the gods of the world, can greatly increase the strength of the same foot. Host identification was successful. The reward for Xuanyuan sword is being drawn for you. Extracting Ding congratulates the host for exceeding the ability of the emperor imperial chi for strength below their own goals. You can intimidate each other with your eyes. Lee Bufan felt a warm current current surging through his body. There was something emanating out of him. Powerful and confident temperament. Then Li Bufan took a deep breath. He slowly picked up the Chunyun sword. Just as Li Bufan held the Chunyun sword, the blade issued an unyielding struggle for fame. Li Bufan's breathing was short. He knows too well the weight and value of the sword in his hand. On this sword, it carries the charm of more than 1 billion Chinese people. How heavy is the mortal body? If there is no human emperor's ambition and rhyme deepen, and a firm belief in the Chinese nation, he is definitely not qualified to hold this sword. Human Emperor Chunyun is on top. Junior Li Bufan, descendants of Huaxia humans. I am fortunate to have the sword of Emperor Chunyun. Today may the last wish of Emperor Yan be continued. Lead my heavenly nation return to the top of these 3,000 worlds. Teach me the children of heaven no longer be forgiven by the cows, ghosts, gods, and snakes. If Emperor Chunyun had noticed, look at the heart of the younger generation. I hope the younger generation can shoulder this great responsibility. It can be mentioned, if Emperor Chunyun thinks that the younger generation is not worthy of the position, the younger generation is designated as the emperor. Find another syllable worthy of this sword. Haha. The younger generation will stay for a lifetime. Emperor Chunyun of the palace of the younger generation. After Li Bufan said these words, take a deep breath. He slowly and forcefully lifted the Chunyun sword in his hand. The sword is so soft by Li Bufan effortlessly lifted in midair. For a moment there was lightning and thunder in the sky. There is a dragon's voice in the clouds. You can even see the faint shadow of the dragon surging in the clouds. The east of Tianqiang is born with a touch of vast purple gas shrouded the entire land of China. The live stream is instantly boiling. Why did it suddenly thunder? Damn it, I'm a brother too. Where are you? It seems like thunder is raging all over the country. It was sunny just now. I seem to be among the clouds. I vaguely saw the figure of the dragon. What is that purple gas all over the sky? I feel like my whole body is full of power. And at the same time, official bosses of the kingdom of heaven. I am watching Li Bufan's live stream attentively. After all, Li Bufan successfully identified the first life form in heaven. This, of course, attracted official attention, but it's just attention. But now these bosses can't sit still. Kiki looked out the window. Is the sky really a dragon? A boss said, trembling all over. The other has gray hair. The boss in a wheelchair. Then he swallowed and said, I remember when I was young I once heard of it in an ancient book. Purple gas coming from the east is the special luck of my Chinese nation. This is an artifact to fool my kingdom of heaven. The gods of heaven are really waking up. They're finally opening up. Eyes that have been asleep for thousands of years, and this is the moment. High above a voice like Dalu in the four emperors came. The emperor sees the awakening of the dragon in the kingdom of heaven. Purple gas coming from the east to heaven. This sound all the heavens hear it clearly. Did you hear that? I heard that Ren Huanjian's current Huaxia dragon woke up. I also heard the rhythm of purple gas coming from the east to heaven here. +1 I'm going. I've heard it abroad. What the hell are you guys doing? Hear what? Why didn't we hear anything? Foreigners did not hear, and that made all the viewers realize one thing. Could it be that this is the resurrection of my heavenly kingdom last month? This is my true God in heaven sending a message to us. Only the heavens can hear it. That's right. The purple gas is coming from the east. Heaven's luck rises. Ziki Donglai heaven's luck rises. Ziki Donglai heaven's luck rises. All of a sudden there were bullet comments throughout the live stream, and the same sentence spread across the screen. Even Li Bufan in the live stream was completely blocked. Can't see it at all, and in Li Bufan's ears the system's voice was also heard. Congratulations to the host. The emperor who has been sleeping for thousands of years has been unsealed. Chunyuan sword kingdom I resurrection. Heaven's luck is improved. All heavenly extraordinaires level plus the next second. The same warm current drilling into every day at the same time in the body of a supernatural being. Official bosses far away in the imperial capital. I also felt the increase in strength in my body. Lao Yi, did you feel it too? Yes, this Li Bufan raised the human emperor sword brought the resurrection of my heavenly fortune. The strength of the supernatural has also been improved. I didn't expect it. Heaven's luck has been depressed for so many years now. It has been revived by Li Bufan. Pay close attention to all movements of Li Bufan. Be ready for official intervention. The genius who can restore my celestial luck. Be sure to protect him. And Li Bufan just now identified that Neja's hot wheel, I have a vague feeling on it, is the chi of the source of my celestial luck. Extraordinary vulgar. And Li Bufan in the Zhao family treasure house. Then panting like a cow on this Chunyuan sword carrying the fortune of hundreds of millions of Chinese people in the world. Raised this sword in a mortal body. Certainly not too easy. Li Bufan faintly discovered that he had some tribulations. He slowly put down the sword in his hand. But this is the action. But a golden divine light swept out from between the swords, directly removed the wall of the Zhao family's treasure house, carved a deep mark at this moment. Li Bufan looked at the Chunyuan sword in his hand, eyes full of surprise, not surprised by the power of Chunyuan sword after all. This is the sword of the ancient divine weapon. Human emperor created by mere human technology. Treasure house of super alloys experience is the enemy of Chunyuan sword. Just a sword split the wall of the Zhao family's treasure house in half. Li Bufan will only feel I am not even 11000 of the true power of Chunyuan sword. Didn't work out. If it really works, the full power of Chunyuan sword, the entire Langson may not be able to withstand it, and here we are. Can you use super alloy materials in the Zhao family? On the treasure house leaves such a deep mark, but it was when Li Bufan put down his sword. It's just the result after Jian Feng cleans it up. It's not even an attack. But what really shocked Li Bufan at the moment was that the moment he punctured the super alloy wall, he can feel it. Chunyuan sword seemed to have completely recognized him. Chunyuan sword in hand, no more heavy, you know. This is the sword of the human emperor. How can the so-called supernatural of mankind be matched? But this Chunyuan sword, but he gave Li Bufan, it feels like he is willing to be his own imperial history, like an illusion. But it's so real. When Li Bufan held the Chunyuan sword in his hand, an inexplicable feeling was born in my heart. He seems to have known this sword sword for a long time. It's more like he's been waiting for himself for a long time. What's going on? What level of super reflector is the live streaming host? One sword dried through the walls of the Zhao family. Is this the legendary cut iron like mud? So shiny golden light, I feel like my eyes are going blind even across the screen. Xuanyuan's sword just slashed down with a sword. The light that shines the live stream is still blinding. I don't know how many people's eyes. Li Bufan smiled, but remained silent. What he is holding in his hand is an ancient divine weapon dry through a mere super alloy. While you can surprise the spectators on the bullet comments like this, if he can really be appreciated by Xuanyuan's sword, let yourself unleash the full power of this sword is to cut the whole orchid heart in half. Not surprising. Baga, this is the magic drama we have nested in. Fart is obviously from our stickpot. There is also the text of our leopard country engraved on it. Master Li, I am from Lighthouse Country. I'm willing to pay a high price for your magic drama. Audiences in various countries seeing the power of the Xuanyuan sword in Li Bufan's hand emotions suddenly became excited. Li Bufan took a look at the bullet comment. These people in foreign countries want Xuanyuan sword, of course. It's not just the value of Xuanyuan sword. Xuanyuan sword is in all divine dramas. It's more on the power side. No matter how high or low the temple is, just the sharpness. Look, globally, a magic drama that can be sharper than Xuanyuan sword doesn't necessarily exist in terms of power. Oh, those Mao gods in other countries, when you see this sword, you don't kneel down to Mabike. He's already a tough god. Master Li, this Xuanyuan sword is now given to you. Please be sure to keep this drama safe. The head of the Zhao family said solemnly. He knows. I don't know how many people are watching this live broadcast. There will definitely be a lot of young people based on Li Bufan's baby, even if I have seen Xuanyuan's sword, this terrifying power. But the Zhao family is the first extraordinary family in the kingdom of heaven. Of course, it's impossible to go back on your word. This Xuanyuan sword has been given to Li Bufan. There is no reason to take it back. Don't worry. I'll keep this sword safe. Li Bufan responded solemnly. Xuanyuan's sword is a legendary drama. It's not an exaggeration to describe it as priceless. If necessary, our Zhao family can send some extraordinary beings protect you. The head of the Zhao family is still the same. Some uneasy reminder. Master Li said that swords match heroes. This emperor will see you, but the most suitable destination if it has been kept in our Zhao family treasure house. But it's too violent. Zhao Zhicheng came over to worship Li Bufan. Master Li, you don't know how handsome was that scene when you just held the sword. I forgot to take a screenshot. Otherwise, I will take high and low screenshots as mobile phone wallpaper. Don't you stay away from me. Li Bufan looked at Zhao Zhicheng with disgust. Li Bufan knows he is handsome, but the thought of a big man with his phone turned on. It's a photo of myself. I feel a chill. Hee hee. Zhao Zhicheng hee hee smile. Right, do you remember what by Ikai advanced to? Li Bufan's man Huang Jian has completely recognized the master successfully changed the topic. Of course I remember, it's called a whaling stick, right? Zhao Zhicheng quickly said this is decades the first mystery to be successfully identified. Even if he forgets his name, I will not forget about by impermanence. You're in luck. Li Bufan said carefully place the Xuanyuan sword taken into his own spiritual space. Then squat down, pick up the withered stick you just saw, handed it to Zhao Zhicheng. Zhao Mingsu took a step forward looking at the stick master in Li Bufan's hand. You don't want to tell me this is the white impermanent whaling stick? True. False. If false, replace it. Li Bufan smiled slightly, then he began to explain that there are countless shadows in the underworld, and one of them is responsible for the yin difference in charge of the detention. Age a black and impermanent fan can't be saved. An impermanent Zaipian. Two dark things come and go. Black impermanence seduces the soul with the soul, and white impermanence is using this crying pound to intimidate ghost soul. But there are ghosts who feel troublesome or disobedient to be intimidated by this pound, whether it's ghost or what became the ghost king of the climate. Take a death blow, all souls are scattered. Immortality. Actually, Li Bufan also doesn't want to put the white impermanent one. The broken stick blows so deep there's not a lot of deviation in the description, but that's a little bit exaggerated. But Li Bufan knows this world's celestial cultural fault line. The descendants of Yanhuang knew very little about their gods. The impermanence of this little fat man can be regarded as the first god to appear in the kingdom of heaven. Does it have to inspire the people? Li Bufan finished explaining the system. Prompts that a morning stick appears. Type magic treasure attribute yin, high quality supernatural power. On the right track, the way of use encounters an unconvinced kid and you fall. If you hit it, your soul will be scattered. Li Bufan was stunned. The description given by this system is really good. Have outstanding energy and outstanding netherworld. No problem. The host identification was successful. The reward draw for the morning clam is being drawn for you. Ding! Congratulations to the host for drawing the item. Ghost can summon a ghost who was beaten to death by a crying pound. Host dispatch the ghost has extraordinary tier 4 strength. Li Bufan was stunned for a moment. Ha ha ha. This white impermanence is really a bit of strength. The ghost who was knocked to death by the wailing pound, you can have an extraordinary 4th order, and this is the moment. A spoiler suddenly appeared on the bullet comment, and or did it cost a rocket special floating screen? It's very conspicuous. Your kingdom of heaven is really rubbish. It's so grand for a high god. Don't know. I thought you guys woke up to something amazing. Li Bufan frowned slightly looking at the bullet comment and thinking about how to refute it, and then the second one floats out. My god can crush you with one hand. I'm right outside Zhao's house. Now do you have the ability to come out and practice? But I guess you celestial beings, it's all a group strength and spineless trash. I'll wait for you for 5 minutes. Didn't come out for 5 minutes. I don't have the patience to wait for you either. Li Bufan and Zhao Zhicheng looked at each other. The little fat man immediately asked the security guard into the earphone, what's going on at the door? The young master is Li Minjuan, the young master of Bangzi National Nano Company. They have some business dealings with our story. I seem to be here to talk about business today. I don't know why I came to provoke. What do you do? Zhao Zhao Zhicheng looked at Li Bufan worriedly. What should I do if Li Bufan tugs at the corners of his mouth? They all came to the door to scream, teach him a lesson, and the little fat man's face is flooded. Li Bufan pulled the corners of his mouth. This Li Mingren, he is the son of a wealthy merchant in Bangzi country. He owns a rare god. My white impermanence is a higher one. And the little fat man's face flooded. I'll give you the morning stick. It's advanced. Li Bufan pouted and said, oh yes, I almost forget. Zhao Zhicheng patted his head and said he quickly summoned white impermanence. Next moment, a sinister breath. It enveloped the entire treasure house of the Zhao family, even the people in the live stream. I felt a gust of wind blowing. Is this the legendary Soul Reaper white impermanence? Terrible pressure, although this is the second time I have seen Bai impermanence, but it still feels like my life. It seems that he is about to be hooked away, but Bai Iking is a high god after all. Who can beat that guy? Rare gods. Desolate. Why? White emissary's voice echoed within the treasure house. There was a terrible wind. Even in the daylight, there was an illusion in the hearts of the Zhao family there in the underworld. Respected Lord Bai Iking, this is your magic drama now returned to its original owner. Zhao Zhicheng took the morning stick from Li Bufan's hand. It was handed to Bai Wucheng like a treasure. This is my wailing stick, white and impermanent pale face. He actually showed a touch of excitement. Bai Iking took the wailing stick, and the next moment a gray cloud blooms on the wand. It's harder to tell the time in gold, and would the temperature of the entire store dropped a few points in an instant. Hack you. Zhao Zhicheng couldn't help but sneeze. White impermanence with her stick in hand. The breath on his body became stronger, start to advance after a while. Bai Ikai completed the advancement in the eyes of Li Bufan. The nature of white impermanence has also undergone tremendous changes. White impermanence type yin god attribute yin quality rare divine ability soul redemption. Except for the quality improvement of 1 level, Bai Eppermanent also has an extra supernatural power because the god of the contract has advanced. Zhao Zhicheng's level has also increased after a while. I even jumped to the 4th level, became a level 46 4th grade. Extraordinary. I'm going to be promoted to a rare god. Master Lei, please charge me half. Zhao Zhicheng felt his own change. Looking excited, he was about to kneel down and give Li Bufan a bow. It's only been a day. He jumped straight to level 7 breakthrough from level 39 to level 46. It's faster than a rocket ride. Without Li Bufan's help, Zhao Zhicheng wants to rise to this level. It will take at least a few years. Don't stop. Get down to business. Li Bufan hurriedly stopped Zhao Zhicheng. This kid is really honest. If you lose in private, you lose, but in front of so many people in the Zhao family, there is also a live stream. Millions of people are watching. Li Bufan can't afford this. Worship Master Li, you are for our Zhao family, and even the entire kingdom of heaven. All have great kindness. The head of the Zhao family stood up and said about Li, do your achievements are obvious to all. It is also appropriate to be considerate and reasonable. Kneeling down and baggage is a bit excessive, but it's okay to take a bow. And thank you have to kneel down for such a thing. As for the second young master of the Zhao family, why do you feel like a stupid person with a lot of money? The audience in the live stream saw Zhao Zhicheng so self-deprecating, very speechless, and at the same time Li Bufan, I heard a system prompt in my mind.